Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, afternoon, evening. Right, so today we're going to take a look. We have quite a few cards to go through. First of all, the Magikeys, the 5 new Magic cards, the shoe ships, and then maybe after that we'll do the last 3 cards from the Animation Chronicles pack and the new penguins. We're going to start with the Magikeys. 1 second. My chat doesn't want to open for some reason. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Should be good to go now. Hopefully, let's see, am I dropping any frames? Doesn't seem like it. Okay, seems to be stable now, so let's begin. Okay, so the first Magikey is the main deck one. Greater Magikey Mafteahl. I guess it's the physical or spiritual form of the gun. So let's go. Level 4 tuner. Cannot be used as material for a single exit except for the single exit of a Magikey monster. Okay. You control a Magikey, you can reveal this card in your hand. During your main phase this turn, you can normal summon 1 Magikey in addition to the normal summon set. You can only gain its effect once per turn. And when it's normal summoned, you can target level 4 lower normal or Magikey in your graveyard by summoning defense position. And you can only use the last effect once per turn. Hello Dixel. So let's get to the code. Eerie scripted this. Math limit cannot be single, cannot be Mafteahl. And this says notice this is the set code for Magikey, so that seems fine. Ignition, hand. Damn, the bots are really quick today. Okay, he's banned. Okay, condition is like an additional summon. I think that's pretty standard. Cost should be the reveal. Not this guy is not public. And if he is, and then reveal it. TG spell can summon, makes sense. Extra summon. Magic keys. Okay. Until the end phase. Yeah, during the main phase this time. Okay. So the first effect seems to be fine. And the second one is basically junk synchron. Special summon. Trigger O, target, summon success, hard ones per turn. And let's go down here. It targets level 4 lower normal or Magikey in your graveyard. Okay, it's in the graveyard, your graveyard. SP filter. SP filter says level 4 lower. And is type normal or is Magikey. And can be special summoned in defense position. Okay, seems fine. Get location count is existing target. Select target, all good. Special defense. Okay, that seems fine. So let's try it out real quick. So let's see, what do we need? Let's say Werewolf. Foolish Burial to mill. our boy Clavis, so that he can revive him with the second effect. And the material thing, well, let's hope the materials work before we take a look at them. And then we're going to also add a generic Axis and a generic Synchro to see that you cannot use him for those. Stardust Dragon. This is the better artwork, by the way. And then we just need 3 cards in our hand. Okay, no errors is a good start. Okay, so I can reveal him. Boop. And I should have the extra normal summon. Okay, you probably need some kind of flag, because I think you shouldn't be able to activate it again, right? Also, you need to control a Magikey. I kind of missed that part. So this is missing here. But it should be pretty easy to add. And dual is existing matching card. Filter. Face up function, so it's 6 with face up as well. Card is set card. Magikey. TP, location, M zone, 0, 1, 0. Okay, that should be good. So that's one thing, but yeah, I think you shouldn't be able to to use it more than once. Doesn't make sense. Oops, I was looking at the wrong card. Okay, so I cannot use it, of course. But if I have Clavis, I can use it. But does it shuffle twice? It's kind of weird. Is this required? I'm not sure. Okay, so we need to do something. Okay, let's test the other effects first. Normal summoning works. Okay, I can use him for these two, but not for the generic ones. Let's try the Junk Synchron effect. Okay. Put someone in defense position. Okay, that looks fine. Now, are we gonna need? We may need to add a flag, but I thought that these checks maybe were enough, but maybe not. Nightmare Goblin. So here, just put an additional summon. Okay, this has a flag effect. Which is registered down here. So I guess we need to add this. It's not a big deal. Just need to add this and the cost maybe. I didn't copy the first B, and then down here in the operation, extra normal summon. Let's copy the third total. Okay. Now should be only. We should be able to activate only once, as long as it resolves properly. Okay. I think I'm gonna remove this shuffling here. Okay. So he seems to be fine now. So we can move on to the synchro. Let's keep some of these cards in here because they're going to be used. So Magikey-Mutated Ogre, Transfurmine. That's a long ass name. Level 8 Thunder, Fire Thunder. That's something. Magic Tuner plus 1 or more non-tuner normal monsters. Okay, can make 2 attacks on monsters. You're gonna use this effect once per turn. Okay, during your main phase, if you control this card, synchro summon using monsters with 2 or more different attributes. As material, you can set one Magikey spell trap directly from your deck to your spell trap zone. If your opponent normal spell summons a monster with the same attribute as a monster in your graveyard, you can shut a monster. Okay, so these two have different attributes, so that works right away. Let's get a dark or a light, level 4 light. Our boy Avram. Check this out. So we're gonna use 2 lights, so to see if the first effect works or not, the condition works properly. And for the last effect, your opponent's normal spell summons, we're just gonna have the opponent and have him summon something. You should be fine. I don't think we need these 2. Okay, let's check the script now. Scripted by Raz. Okay, single procedure. What is it again? Magikey Tuner. And 1 or more non-tuner normal monsters. Seems fine. The revival limit is missing. By the way, we don't need these. Okay. Next attack on monsters. Yeah. Set Magikey spell trap is ignition. Indeed it is. The other one is a trigger. How much per turn? Ignition, monster zone. Okay, so what's the condition here? Mat is the group of materials. This is synchro summoned. And there's okay, yeah, there's more than 1 attribute in the materials. Seems fine. Set it, you have room in your spell trap zone, and there's something set filter in your deck, which is set filter is a Magikey spell trap that can be set. And then when the effect resolves, select it, set it, all good. Okay. And then the destroy effect. If your opponent wants to summon a monster, destroy. Destroy, delay, so it doesn't miss timing. Fail, trigger, summon success, by summon success, per turn, location monster zone. All that seems fine. So let's check down here what's going on. Descon. So ATT. Okay, we have an extra function here called attributes. Local. Put this in, get matching group. Okay, it gets all the monsters in the graveyard, goes through them, and gets all the attributes into this variable, and then returns it. So down here, attribute, this includes all the attributes of monsters in your graveyard. If you put on some spell, the same attribute as a monster in your graveyard, yep. So then it checks if the summoned group, if something is summoned group, okay, it needs to be summoned by the opponent, right? And it needs to have the attributes. What I don't get is why Yeah, you don't need to do this here, since you're doing it inside the filter. Or you don't need to do it inside the filter. Makes more sense to not do it inside the filter. Why, Mr. Anderson? Why? Yeah, I don't see. Okay, every time you pass the group, which is fine. Not group, the attribute values, pretty much. But then inside the filter, you do it again. Wait, I don't see the reason for this, so I'm just gonna remove it. Okay. This TG. Also, the casing is weird. Indeed. Not this one, this one. Okay, so G is a group of all the monsters that fit the criteria. Operation for destroy. It destroys multiple monsters, that's cool. And then the operation, again you get those monsters and destroy them. Now, you probably need to check for relation as well. Destroy that monster. Let me see. Explode. Doesn't he do something like this? Yeah. He doesn't check it either. So maybe he's wrong. Anyway, we're going to test it and figure out if there's a problem or not. But I think you might need to check the relation here. So how we're going to check that is with compulsory evacuation device. So the idea is the opponent's gonna summon something, it's gonna trigger to destroy it, and then we're gonna chain this to bounce it, and then it should not get destroyed in the hand. But I have a feeling that it will get destroyed, and that we'll have to change something here. So let's see. Let's check the other effects first. I just realized we need this as well. And a couple more cards in our hand. Okay, so first of all, we do this. We're going to summon it with two different materials. With different attributes as materials. Okay, so we can use the set effect. Okay, so fine. And then let me set this. So we can check the destroy effect. So at the moment we have a light and a dark in the graveyard. So anything we summon should trigger it. Now if I change this. See? So we need to filter this for only cards that are still related to the effect. I think it should be fine. At the same time we're going to test summoning him with two light monsters, so that the other effect that sets from the deck doesn't work. So I cannot activate it now. Light, so it's on my light. Triggers. And now if I chain this, it should stay in the hand. There we go. But now let's try, just to make sure, that it actually destroys the monster. because it might be a weird scenario where it doesn't create an effect relation on its own. Like so. So what we need to do here is pretty simple actually. I think it's called set target cards. Set target. So normally you would use this for an effect that targets multiple cards, and it would make it so all those cards are considered to be the target of the effect. Now, this card does not target, so usually you wouldn't use this. However, since it doesn't actually use the targeting flag, we can use this and it doesn't really matter, and we're not checking. Okay, we should be back. I think we're back. Unfortunate crash. Well, nothing we can do about it really. So as I was explaining, this card doesn't target the effect doesn't target, but it doesn't use the targeting flag. So we can use this to set the summon monsters as the target, quote unquote, of the effect, just to reference them later without actually targeting them in the sense of Yu-Gi-Oh terminology. This code just opened. Okay. So now I'm pretty sure that it should work fine. We'll summon. There we go. Now before I forget, we did figure out that this guy is wrong. So let's put him down here. To fix him later. Because he's gonna have the same problem if the monster... If it's an effect of a monster on the field or in their hand, you can destroy that monster. So if the monster moves from the field to the hand or something, this will still destroy it. If I saw its script properly earlier. Anyway, so this is done. Alright, actually, I forgot the double attack. What the hell is the name? There goes. It can attack. It can make up to 2 attacks on monsters. So just need something that special summons itself. Okay, and then if we only summon one, it should not be able to attack directly after the first attack. I'll summon Clavis. Okay, so that's good. So we can move on to the Xyz. So let's start by reading it real quick. long ass name. Level 4 monsters. If this card is exceed summon, detach one material. Add one level 4 or higher normal from your deck or graveyard to your hand. Okay. And then if this card has a normal as material, it gains this effect. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster with the same attribute as a normal monster or Magikey monster in your graveyard, detach one material, make the opponent send that monster to the graveyard. Okay, so let's see. Revive limits, goodbye Eerie, Exit procedure is generic. To hunt search, trigger O, spell summon success, delay so it doesn't miss timing. This is gonna be a summon type exceeds. Cost is to detach one material. Yep. And this is basic searching stuff. Is existing matching card. Deck or graveyard. Level above 4, type normal, label to hand. Select matching card, necro value filter. Correct, because you can get from the graveyard as well. Both deck and graveyard. So this will make it so if Necro Valley is up when this effect resolves, it will force the player to get it from the main deck. Send to hand, confirm. Okay, this is standard stuff. And then this. Battle start of the damage step. Trigger condition is that. Let's see. If this card battles an opponent's monster, okay. BC is the opponent's monster. Okay, there's a normal monster as part of this card's X materials. This is related to battle. BC exists and it's face up and it's related to battle. And there's something in your graveyard. And the graveyard filter is missing. Okay. There's something in the graveyard with the same attribute. Same attribute as a normal monster or Magikey monster in your graveyard. So it passes the attribute here. Actually, it passes the wrong attribute. It passes its own attributes. If this card battles an opponent's monster with the same attribute as a normal monster, yeah, okay. So you need to pass the opponent's attribute. And then let's bring up the other guy, because I think he has the same with the same attribute as a monster in your graveyard, so we're going to change it a little bit. But basically we need this. Oh, well, not exactly, I suppose. Let's see. It's to be in your graveyard. It needs to be a normal monster or a Magikey monster. So it's monster and is type normal or is set card Magikey, which is 167 167 and C is attribute, the one we pass as parameter, right? We're gonna pass the attribute of the opponent's battling monster to the filter, and the filter is gonna check there's a monster that's normal or Magikey in our graveyard that has the same attribute as a normal Magikey. Yeah. So we don't need this actually. TG, apparition input to grave. Basically the balance space sub sent to grave is on rule because it makes the opponent send it, so it goes around unaffected cards that are unaffected by effects. Okay, so he seems to be fine. Now how do we test it? Upon summon, we can search a blue eyes, and then if he has a anomalous material, you can use the other effect. So we just need an opponent, okay? We can use the same monsters. I'll summon. Okay. And now if it battles a light, you should be able to use the effect. If it battles a dark, you should not be able to use the effects. Okay, there's some kind of typo or missing. Right, this should be a git handler. I missed it earlier. Let's go again. Normal. Activate. Oh wait, there's nothing in my graveyard. Shit. I need to use the search effect. Okay. Let's try once with the other attribute, so that to make sure it does not trigger. But it should be fine. So I'm gonna summon the dark now, since this one's light. Oh, this is dark. Okay, so that works. Alright, so this guy is done as well. Now we can move on to the spell and traps. Okay. Right, so the quick play spell, Magikey Battle. Target one normal Magikey, one normal monster, one Magikey monster, or one Mafteahl, which is the spell, in your graveyard. Shuffle it to the deck. Then if you activate this card in response to the activation of an opponent's card effect, non-token normal monsters and magic monsters you control are unaffected by that opponent's effect. Okay, so let's see what we get. This must be Mafteahl. Gotta go to deck. Yeah, activate, free chain, targets. Let's see. Okay, it has to be in the graveyard, in your graveyard filter. Type normal. So it has to be a normal master, Magikey master, or Mafteahl. So it has to be type normal, or type master any set card, or Mafteahl and disable the deck. Although I think I would do... I will change the order a little bit here. so. Let's change this to his monster. So it's a monster and it's normal or Magikey. Like there's a parenthesis missing here. Right, so it's a monster and it's normal or Magikey, or it's Mafteahl itself, and you can shuffle it back into the deck. Existing target, select target, and then for the operation, let's see, hit the target. Okay, gets the current chain link. That's to see if you changed it to something. If you activate this current response to the activation from opponent's card or effect, blah blah blah. So this is ready to effect, send to deck. It shuffles, so let's use the shuffle constant. Chain link is more than 1, is more than 0. Get chain input trigger in player is the opponent. Then register the unaffected effect. Type field, immune, location M zone, non-token normals, and Magikey monsters you control. So it has to be Magikey or normal and not token. Okay. Label object is the triggering effect of CH, and CH is the chain link we're looking at, so I guess that makes sense. It's a chain, and a filter checks that the effect to be immune by is the one you pass as label object, and the effect you pass as label object is the one you chain to. So logically this should work fine from what I'm seeing. Now let's test it out. Foolish. Let's mill this guy and Mafteahl itself. And then if you change an opponent's effect, your stuff is unaffected, so dark hole and a monster to be unaffected by this. And let's go. You can take it either. Okay, so the simple activation seems to work. And now when the opponent uses Dark Hole, we're going to chain it. And Clive is unaffected. And I want to change to my own Dark Hole. Okay. So this one seems to be fine. So let's move on to the trap. Magikey Lock. Well, that's a weird name. Normal trap. Tribute one non-token normal or Magikey monster. Target up to 2 normal monsters and or Magikey monsters in your graveyard, whose total levels equal 8 or less. Special summon them in defense position. Then you can apply all these effects. Immediately after this resolves, synchro summon on Magikey, or immediately after this resolves, exit summon on Magikey. Okay. Hatter, special summon, activate, target, rechain, timing in phase, okay, cost. Take a list group cost. Take my monster, type normal and not token, or is Magikey. Okay, release, select, release. Okay, that seems fine. The cost, target. Matching TG is filter. What's filter? Monster has a level, is normal or Magikey, can be targeted, and can be special summon in defense position. Okay, so all your possible targets are TG. Select and select group, and rescon is level. You get the first selected level. If it's more than one, or if SG exists. Okay, if it's two. If you selected two, a level. Okay, you do the calculation here for this. Okay. So looks like it would work, I think. Of course, we're going to test it. Okay, and then after you activate, FT is math min 2. Okay. If Blue Eye Spirit is up, or there's no 2 targets, then make it 1, because it says up to 2, so targeting 1 is fine. And then here's when you select the targets, I suppose. Yep. Set target cards. See what I was saying earlier, you select the targets through select and select group, and then you have to make them the target of the effect with this. Special summon. Okay, and then on resolution, get the targets. They should be equal. Or you have less room than what you targeted, or you targeted 2, but Blue Eye Spirit is out now. Just stop there. Okay. And then special summon them. And if you special summon them, we have SG and XG. X filter is set card Magikey and function. Okay, what's SG? Stuff in your extra deck that can be synchro summoned or XC summoned respectively, and they are Magikey as well. So it's to check for these two. And then we have a bunch of variables here. So option 1 is whether a synchro monster exists. Option 2 is whether an XC exists. If either of them are true, meaning you can apply one of the following effects, and the player says yes here, I think that's going to be string number 1. I think that's the one I put. Number 1, meaning that these need to be 2 and these need to be 3. Because here, okay, so if you say yes to apply, you need to choose which to apply. So if both options are open, select between the 2 options. If only the first one is open and not the second one, you select, quote unquote, the first one. The selections is the point of the selection here, even though there's only one option, is so that the opponent can see what you're applying. And if only the second one is available, select the second one, and then depending on your answer, you pick something to synchro summon or something to XC summon. Okay. So I think it looks fine. So let's see. Now we need targets in the clear before we tribute. So already had a flush barrel here. Where's the +1? I'll explain. So here when you select between the 2 options, if you select the first option, this will be 0. If you select the second option, this will be 1, right? Over here, there's only one option to select from. So when you select it, this is going to be 0. Over here, again, since there's only one option, when you select it, it's going to be 0. But the result 0 corresponds to the first effect. So you need to do +1 here, so that when it goes down here, it says the option is 1, that you picked the second option. So it goes into the Exceed Summon path. That's why there's a +1 here. Okay, we're going to tribute this, and we're going to mill this guy to revive him, and then we just need some Magikey extra monsters. Synchro Exceeds, and we're going to try without any, with just one of them, etc. So let me mail this guy. By the way, this guy looks like a... Am I the only one thinks that this guy looks like a genie? Like the genie from Aladdin. But instead of a lamp, it's the gun. I guess that's the idea. Yeah, he's a buff genie, I suppose. Alright, so I can tribute this. Target both. Apply, yes. So I can pick Synchro. Okay. 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 Looking good. Now let's try the Xyz. Okay. And then let's remove the Synchro. Try it with just an Exceed in the extra deck. And then we'll do the opposite as well. And then we'll do with nothing in the extra deck. Yeah, there, apply an effect. Yeah, maybe I can improve that string. Now that I think about it. I also want to try summoning only one monster. Okay. Let's try Synchro only. And then if there's nothing, you shouldn't ask at all whether you want to apply or not. Okay. And then I want to try, if I revive only one, probably should be fine. Just to test it thoroughly though. Okay. Right, so script looks good. Meaning we're done with the Magikeys. And we're going to move on to the shoe ships. Now I need to remember to improve the string later, so let me put this guy down here. So hopefully I don't forget.